The moment she finished distributing the last gift, my heart didn't just sink. It felt like a chunk of Arctic ice had replaced it in my chest. It was Christmas Day. The table was filled with the usual suspects: my husband, Robert, my other two children, Mark, and Sarah, and their spouses, and, of course, the instigator of all this unnecessary drama. My eldest daughter, Clara, and her partner, Jason, Clara had made a grand show of the gift giving this year, setting out piles of expensive, custom-wrapped boxes under the tree, each with a handwritten tag. She spent a full 10 minutes handing them out, watching everyone's delighted faces. She saved my husband, Robert, for last, presenting him with a beautiful, leather-bound antique map book. Then she paused. She looked directly at me, Evelyn, her mother, and smiled a slow, cold smile, before simply turning back to the table and loudly proposing a toast. There was no gift for me, nothing, not even a cheap stocking filler. It wasn't the material value. I could buy and sell anything in that room 10 times over. It was the deliberate, calculated public shaming, the final, undeniable proof that after a year of agonizing estrangement, she had officially, publicly written me out of her life. My other children immediately started squirming, trying to subtly shift the attention. Robert looked uncomfortable, but said nothing. Clara had thrown the gauntlet down right there amongst the pine needles and wrapping paper. The core conflict was instant and raw. Do I, Evelyn, a mother who has sacrificed everything for her children, get up, storm out, and let Clara claim the moral high ground, making me the emotional villain who couldn't handle the truth? Or do I swallow the humiliation, smile through the pain, and use the carefully prepared documents hidden in my clutch? The documents detailing the secret, massive financial move I had made months ago, to expose the true motive behind her public display of contempt, and ensure everyone knew exactly who the real villain was. Was I wrong to wait for the perfect moment of maximum exposure to unleash my calculated revenge? Or should I have just accepted the emotional injury? Tell me honestly, would you have left the table in tears right then? Or would you have stayed, smiled, and calmly revealed the devastating truth behind her public cruelty? To truly grasp the weight of that empty spot under the tree, you have to understand the source of the year-long estrangement and the dark secret Clara was keeping. I'm Evelyn, 60, retired after a successful career in real estate development. My husband, Robert, and I are extremely well off. We raised 3 children: Mark, the youngest, a genuinely kind and humble financial analyst; Sarah, a sweet-natured teacher; and Clara, the eldest, a sharp, ambitious lawyer who, regrettably, became increasingly entitled and mercenary as she grew older. The shift became extreme when she met Jason, a partner in a high-powered law firm. Jason isn't greedy, he's ruthless. He saw our fortune not as a familial blessing, but as an opportunity for expansion. They moved to a sprawling, expensive suburb, bought $1 million house, and immediately began pressuring us for large, early inheritance payments. They weren't struggling. They were just impatient to upgrade their lifestyle using our retirement funds. The estrangement began 8 months prior, just after I made a financial decision that Clara saw as a personal attack. Mark, my youngest, had been struggling to launch his own small, ethical financial advisory firm. He came to me with a detailed, professional business plan, asking for a substantial but manageable loan. Robert and I reviewed it, believed in him, and happily provided the $350,000 as a *** no interest unsecured loan ***, formalized with a promissory note due in 5 years. This was a private family matter designed to help one child achieve independence, not fund another's excessive lifestyle. Clara found out. She didn't call to congratulate her brother. She called to demand the same amount, not as a loan for a business, but as a direct, untaxed gift to pay off her expensive mortgage. She argued that since we were helping Mark, we were legally obligated to provide equal financial opportunity. To her, a gross misinterpretation of fairness and the law. I refused. I explained patiently that a loan for a business venture was fundamentally different from paying off a mortgage for an existing, stable home. The refusal was met with a furious, hour-long tirade, accusing me of favoritism, of hating her success, and most damningly, of using my wealth to control her. The tirade ended with her screaming that she was cutting me out of her life until I learned what real family support meant, and that she and Jason would ensure I never saw my grandchildren again if I didn't comply. And that's exactly what happened. 8 months of agonizing silence, unanswered calls, and blocked emails, broken only by this cold Christmas dinner invitation she clearly intended as a stage for my public humiliation. What Clara didn't know was the counter move Robert and I had been planning. Her threats regarding our grandchildren, which were truly the most painful part of the entire ordeal, had pushed us over the edge. Her legal background meant she knew exactly how to weaponize custody and visitation rights, and she fully intended to use that leverage to extort us. Robert and I had consulted with our estate planning attorney, Mr. Davis, and had initiated a plan to financially insulate Mark and Sarah while simultaneously dismantling Clara's long-term legal leverage. Our estate plan had always stipulated an equal division of assets among the 3 children upon our passing. However, Clara's actions, the emotional blackmail, the public shaming, and the explicit legal threat had forfeited that right in our eyes. Robert and I had executed an entirely new set of estate documents. First, we set up irrevocable trusts for Mark and Sarah, structuring their portion to be delivered in a way that was tax efficient and fully protected from future lawsuits. Second, and this was the key, we created a new trust for Clara, but it was drastically different. While Mark and Sarah's trusts were structured for immediate, comfortable distribution, Clara's trust was structured as a small, heavily restricted monthly stipend sufficient only for basic living expenses, and specifically contained a no contest clause with an ironclad caveat. The caveat stated that if Clara or any legal representative acting on her behalf ever challenged the distribution of the estate, or initiated any legal action against Robert or me, such as a visitation lawsuit, her small trust would be immediately and permanently dissolved, and her portion would be split equally between Mark and Sarah and a small local charity. We hadn't just reduced her inheritance, we had made her expected fortune a financial landmine. We sealed these documents and filed them with Mr. Davis, complete and notarized, just 2 weeks before Christmas. So, here I was. Clara had just given Robert a beautiful gift, given everyone else gifts, and publicly offered me nothing but contempt, solidifying the idea that I was the cruel, selfish mother who deserved to be alienated. She believed she held all the cards. She had the power of estrangement, the leverage of the grandchildren, and the expectation of a third of our immense wealth. But I had the truth, sealed and notarized, in my elegant black velvet clutch. The new will, the new trusts, and the explicit no contest clause that was designed to make any future legal move, or even a simple threat, instantly cost her every dime of her eventual inheritance. My other children looked distressed, believing I was being attacked and that they were powerless. I knew, however, that I had the power to end her leverage forever. So that's the situation I was in. I was sitting on a massive, emotional time bomb, holding the legal documentation of my devastating counter-move in my hands. I could either play the part of the gracious victim, leave the table, and let the public shaming stand, knowing that Clara would continue to use the grandchildren as leverage until we died. Or I could wait for the perfect moment, maybe during dessert or when the children were distracted, and quietly reveal the new will and the **, no contest clause ** to my children, all of them shattering her leverage forever and potentially risking an immediate, public meltdown that would destroy Christmas entirely. My choice was terrifying. Do I prioritize maintaining the fragile peace and emotional dignity of the holiday, or do I prioritize the immediate, surgical destruction of Clara's legal and emotional power? Before I tell you what happened next, I want you to pause and comment below what you would have done in my shoes. Would you have chosen to preserve the holiday and wait? Or would you have chosen the immediate, public confrontation to defend your honor and your legacy? Seriously, let me know what choice you would have made right there. I chose the immediate, public confrontation, but with surgical precision. Clara had used Christmas as her stage for cruelty. I would use the same stage for justice. I waited until the moment everyone, including Clara, was settled, tearing into their respective gifts. The noise level was high, masking the initial words. I didn't scream or accuse. I just addressed Robert, loud enough for the immediate table to hear. "Robert, darling, did you remember to give Mr. Davis a call on Monday morning to confirm the final filing of the ** new trusts and the new estate plan **. The noise of the wrapping paper instantly died. The entire table went silent, looking first at me, then at Robert, who, bless his heart, played along perfectly. "Oh, yes, Evelyn. I believe the final documents are sealed, notarized, and completely ** irrevocable ** now, aren't they?" He confirmed, his voice slightly shaky but firm. Clara's face, which had been beaming with smug satisfaction, went instantly pale. She knew the language of estate planning. Irrevocable. I smiled sweetly and reached for my black velvet clutch. Yes, they are. But since Clara made such a lovely, public gesture of expressing her contempt for me this Christmas, I said, my voice rising slightly so that even the children could hear, I feel it's only fair to respond with a public clarification. After all, transparency is important in a family, isn't it? I pulled out the 3 documents, not the entire will, just the ** executive summary ** prepared by Mr. Davis, highlighting the key changes. I handed one copy to Mark and one to Sarah, ignoring Clara for a calculated moment. "Mark, Sarah, I love you both dearly. This summary outlines your new irrevocable trusts. They are safe, separate, and exactly what you deserve." I then looked directly at Clara and placed the 3rd copy squarely in front of her. Her hands were trembling. "Clara, this document explains why there was no gift for me under the tree, and why there will be no inheritance for you in the future. 8 months ago, you began using our grandchildren as leverage to extort money, culminating in the legal threat in your last email. Robert and I have decided that such cruelty and greed have consequences that extend beyond a simple Christmas slight. I pointed directly to a bolded paragraph in her document summary. That, Clara, is the *** no contest clause ***. Due to your explicit legal threats, we have structured your trust to contain a small monthly stipend, sufficient for basic needs. But look closely at the caveat, if you, or any representative acting on your behalf, I imagine that includes Mr. Jason, ever challenge the will, attempt to sue us for visitation rights, or contest the trust's distribution, the entire trust is instantly dissolved, and the remaining funds are split between your siblings and charity. ***, it is an irrevocable financial landmine, and you are standing directly on the detonator. ***, the effect was instantaneous and absolute. Mark and Sarah, who had been looking at the documents in stunned silence, finally looked up, their expressions a mixture of horror for their sister and immense relief for themselves. Robert simply reached for my hand and squeezed it under the table. Clara, the high-powered lawyer, understood the legal finality instantly. She didn't scream or cry. She didn't even argue. Her triumphant smugness melted into pure, desperate panic. She knew the clause was designed by top-tier lawyers and was airtight. Any move she made to seize the inheritance or to enforce her legal threats about the grandchildren would now financially destroy her, leaving her with absolutely nothing. Her entire 5-year project, her marriage, her move, her social ambition was predicated on the eventual inheritance, which was now protected by a lethal financial perimeter. Jason, who had been sitting back casually, reading the summary over her shoulder, finally erupted. "Evelyn, this is illegal. You can't just disinherit your own child because you don't like her choices." I looked at him, calmly meeting his furious gaze. "I didn't disinherit her, Jason. I protected her inheritance with a condition, ***, stop using your family as financial leverage. ***, she made her choice 8 months ago, and she confirmed it today by giving everyone a gift except me. I merely confirmed the consequences." Clara finally found her voice, but it was a pathetic whisper. "Mom, the grandchildren." "Ah, the grandchildren," I interrupted softly. "You now have 2 choices, Clara. You can continue to use them as bargaining chips and lose your monthly stipend forever. Or you can realize that Mark and Sarah have their inheritance guaranteed and are financially secure enough to never need to ask you for a loan. And perhaps you can focus on building a real, loving relationship with your parents and your family based on something other than money." Clara and Jason left the dinner immediately, their expensive Christmas gifts untouched, their faces masks of devastating failure. I never saw them again that Christmas. The aftermath was painful, but ultimately liberating. Clara tried to consult a lawyer, but Jason's own firm advised him against challenging an irrevocable trust with a carefully crafted no-contest clause. The risk was too high for zero reward. The estrangement became permanent, but the emotional blackmail stopped entirely. Mark and Sarah rallied around me, understanding the immense pressure I had been under and grateful for the secure trusts. They finally understood that my refusal to pay the $350,000 gift was the start of a fight to protect the entire legacy. Life settled down, Mark's business is thriving, Sarah brings her children over every weekend, Clara continues her life, but the pressure is gone. She is held in check by a financial sword of Damocles, her small stipend, protected only by her complete, permanent silence regarding the inheritance. I may have lost my eldest daughter, but I saved my remaining family, my sanity, and my legacy from her ruthless greed. The empty spot under the Christmas tree was the final catalyst, and I have absolutely no regrets about the cards I played that night. Like this video if you agree that protecting your family's future sometimes means making an irrevocable choice. Subscribe for more stories about parental sacrifice and financial warfare. And please, share your final thoughts on this whole mess in the comments section below. Do you think Clara will ever truly understand why I did what I did? I'll see you all in the next story.